Okay guys, so I am now doing our live interview with Katrina Day. So I'm just going to pop up a couple of pictures of Katrina. So Katrina is a recently joined member who's absolutely transformed not only her mindset but also her body, as you can see in the pictures, in the last few months. So what we're going to do is we're going to interview Katrina and go through a little bit about her journey. So like I said, every week I'm going to interview one of our members and go through their successes, what they've been doing, why they did it, improvements to their life, just so that you guys can see that we have a variation of people at Live Life Light, but one thing that we try to install in people is the fact that, one, you have to work hard to get results, and two, you have to have belief for any of that to happen. So Katrina, how long have you been a member with us? I should know this.
Since May.
Since May. So you've been a member since May. So firstly, why did you join?
Because I was just too fat, basically. I was doing I had to do a skydive for charity.
So
so I went and weighed myself because you have to be a certain weight. Went to Boots, weighed myself, and was heavier than I was when I was first pregnant 30 years ago, which was a big shock.
Okay.
So I went straight from weighing myself at Boots to your gym. Didn't met you.
So firstly, number one, you set yourself a goal.
Yes.
So you're doing a skydive.
Yeah.
Number two, you found out you were too heavy.
Yes.
You weren't in condition to do what you wanted to do, so that was a bit of a shock for you. And then you realised that you were heavier than you were when you were first pregnant. Did you say?
Yeah, 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
Yeah.
So what made you? So obviously, so from there you then must have looked at certain places, or you.
Oh yes.
So what made you decide to come to us?
Because I looked online and seen all the success stories, and I just thought, this sounds like the place for me. I'm not a person really that does the gym. I'm not one of these that can get on a machine and motivate myself. I need to be motivated. And reading people's stories online, I just thought that maybe this was the place that could help me help myself.
Yeah, because because it was me that you first walked into,
When
innit?
I first walked in, there was men on doing weights in the weight bit.
Yeah.
And straight away I thought, oh gosh, it's a man's gym.
Yeah.
And then you were like, well, you said, if you think this is a man's gym, you've obviously never been in a man's gym. I just thought, yeah. I quite like him. I think he will help me.
We've got no real men in our gym anyway, have we? Apart from Gene, and that's about it. So listen. So before you started this period of exercise that you started in May, when were you last serious about exercise and joining the gym and stuff like that?
10 years ago.
10 years. So wow.
10 years since I've been. I used to do boxing. I did that for a couple of years and got really fit.
Yeah.
And then the boxing gym closed down, and
so why?
Everything just went downhill.
Yeah.
And I think I was not really truly looking at myself and seeing how heavy I actually was. It was when I got on those scales that I thought, oh my God, I was nearly 14 stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of people probably would have said to you, "Oh, you're fine as you are. You don't need to do anything."
This is one of the things that I've noticed since I've lost this weight.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming up to me saying, "Oh my God, look at you! Oh my God, you look amazing. You've done really well." But nobody came up to me and went, "Oh my God, look how fat you've gone."
Yeah.
I wish they had.
when in fact, probably one of the biggest problems is that people are a little bit afraid to say, because obviously the people that you are with, like your friends, your family, your work colleagues, they certainly don't want to upset you, do they? they obviously like you, and like as soon as you start touching on anyone's weight, unless they've lost weight, yes. Like it's certainly like talking about someone putting on weight is just fucking something that you just do not do.
Yeah, I probably would have slapped them.
Yeah, because do you know what I mean? If you see someone like someone that's put on weight, like nobody in their right mind would go up to them and say, "You've put on weight. What's wrong with you? What's going on?"
Yeah,
but if you saw someone that lost weight, you would say, "Oh, you look good. What's happened?"
Yes.
And it's probably one of the problems is that we're so careful about what we say in that sense. But sometimes, like the shock of like you standing on the scales and having a bit of realization. Yeah. Now, I don't mean like someone come up to you and like totally like gut you for putting on a bit of weight, but I mean like
it would have been nice if maybe my hubby or one of my kids had said, "Mum, come on."
Yeah, but
you're getting fatter.
Yeah, you probably would have slapped them.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, you decided to start. You had a 10-year break, and you decided to start. So tell me the difference So since you started, tell me the difference in feelings that you have within yourself, versus non-exercise versus you now exercising, being active, and doing loads of mad stuff.
Well, I made so many excuses. Didn't have the time. Worked full time.
No.
Don't sit back. Yeah, so I made every excuse there was, because I'm an outdoor officer for the council to encourage people into the outdoors.
Yeah.
I thought I was just telling myself, well, I'm quite kind of fit anyway. I was walking fit, which is a big difference, really.
Yeah, because there's a difference between So what you're talking about is daily activity fit.
Yes.
Rather than...
I assumed that I was doing enough.
Yeah, but who like, do you know when you say I'm doing enough, who were you comparing yourself to get that thought?
Probably the people that I'm taking out, the people that I'm encouraged to get out into the countryside and get a bit fitter.
Yeah, so you were comparing yourself against people who didn't exercise.
Anyway, so yeah. I was like, well, I am kind of, because I'm fitter than them.
Yeah, because when we conveniently compare against people who are basically, like you were, worse off than us, then yeah, we do feel like we're doing enough. Yeah. But like I said, there's always different levels of people, isn't there? And the one thing that will like, all the people in your life might lie to you, but the one thing that doesn't lie to you is the way you look and your fitness.
Yes, definitely.
So tell me some of the biggest things. So since you've started, tell me some of the biggest things that have improved in your life.
Like this morning, I went out for a run with the running group. Because I'm doing this half marathon.
So a half marathon, skydive, half marathon.
Fat furnace. The things I did on Fat Fit, that completely changed. Even though was getting fitter from coming to the classes every week, Fat Furnace really turned it around for me.
Yeah.
It's really made a huge difference to just my level, my cardio, my level of fitness, my weight, inch loss, because I'm more for inch loss than I am for weight. 'Cause some weeks I can get on the scales and it's like, oh my God, it's just half a pound.
Yeah.
But then when I get measured, it's a huge difference.
Yeah, so that's analysing different areas. Yes. But tell me like some of the things that have improved, like in your life since you've like started.
Everything really, yeah. I think that I can get up and do. So I could go for a run with my son, which is what I've always wanted to do, because he's so fit, he's done so well, and to be able to do that is massive to me. It really is. I can share things with him. We didn't really have that much in common, really. He was more for his dad.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we do so much together.
Now his mum's fitter than him.
Yeah.
He has to try. But that is a massive key, because it's very important in my life to be healthy, fit, and and to be able to, like, if my sons want to go and play football and want to go running, I'm not just going to say, nah, just sit in front of the iPad. I want to be able to get up. I want to go, be able to run. I want them to see me as, like, sort of like a role model.
Yes. My granddaughter came to watch me do a skydive. She's only 6. It was just a great feeling.
Yeah.
And she said to me, "Niney, your bum's not as fat."
When I say about being honest, the only people you have to ask is kids, because they, like, at some point as adults we develop this filter, where we stop saying what we truly think. But kids, if you ask them how they look, you got to be prepared, ready for for the real answer.
Because I've got now, we'll have 4 grandchildren soon who are very young, so yes, I want to be fit for them. I want to enjoy stuff with them. Yeah,
you want to be around healthy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And for some people, it like, I talk about being around, but for some people it's that extent. Do you know what I mean? Like, you had like a 10-year break. Now, obviously, you stayed relatively active and stuff like that. But there's some people out there that currently aren't doing anything, and for some people, it is to the degree and extent of you might not be around to see your grandchildren grow up. So if you can't do it for you, do you know, if you can't go to the gym for you, do it for them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I see so many people every day in the job that I do who are now looking, saying, "Oh my God, how have you done this?" So it's a great advert as well. It's, yes.
Katrina, do you know what's funny? First they ask you why, and then they ask you how.
Yeah, that's true.
So what you do is, when you start something, and you probably would have had it because everybody has it, they say to you, "Why are you doing it? You don't need to. You're fine as you are." Now listen, they're judging you upon their own standards for them.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, that's their standards. You don't have to abide by someone else's standards if you want to do bigger and better things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because people sort of, people say, "Why do you do it so often? You don't need to go out now. You've lost the weight." It's like, no, I do.
Yeah.
I need it, and I feel guilty if I haven't been. To myself, not to anybody else, but to me, I have more. I last longer in the day. It seems weird, but I've got more energy in the afternoon. Whereas before, I was like sluggish, wanted to fall asleep, wanted to get home from work.
Yeah.
It's completely different now. I want to get home from work and get back out to another class.
Yeah, people. But remember, it's not just like people completely forget that. Okay, so you're saying to people, "I'm going to the class," but it's not just about the class. It's about the atmosphere. It's about speaking to people. It's about having friends. It's about, do you know what I mean? It's more than just, it is the exercise, and the exercise makes you feel good. It makes you have more energy. It makes you look better. But also, there is another side of things that people don't often, like, really talk about, and the fact that, like, people do make new friends. Do you know what I mean? And you do.
It's a community. It's not like going to the gym. My son was at the local gym where I live, and he's now joined Live Life Light. It's a huge difference. And he first thing he said on the first day was, "More people have spoken to me this morning, Mum, here than they have in the past year."
Yeah.
And it's like, because it's not like coming to the gym.
Yeah.
And it's a social meeting where we're just getting fitter and healthier.
Probably too much of that, to be honest.
I don't know.
So obviously, like, you've produced results.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're feeling fab.
Brilliant.
I just want, like, you to think about the biggest. If we narrow it down to 3 things. So if you had to think of the 3 things that you have done, apart from joining the gym, what are the 3 things that you've done that have contributed you to get the sort of best results? What have you had to really knuckle down with to get results?
My Fitness Pal app, brilliant. I never used it before until I've joined the gym. It shows me, I'd never realised, I put in food. On the first day, I put food in that I'd eaten previously, and realised I was eating about 70% of fat. Hardly any carbs or protein. So that's changed completely. That drinking water, to me, drinking water, I used to feel like I was drowning.
Yeah.
And now, my water intake is huge.
Isn't it funny that people like me and my friends, we can go out and drink 10 pints of beer in about 5 hours.
Yeah.
But if you tell someone you drank 10 pints of water across a whole day, people lose their fucking mind. They think you're weird.
I don't. So that's taken me a while to get used to try and get the 4 litres down.
Yeah.
I'm getting better at it, and it's made a huge difference to my skin and everything.
Yeah, I noticed that when I was in high school and stuff like that. I used to get like spots and stuff like that. Yeah. And then, I tried all the creams and all that type of shit. And then, as soon as I started drinking 4 litres of water, and my diet cleaned up a little bit, fucking hell, it completely transformed you. And do you know what I mean? It's the same way. Like someone who's got like loads of spots on their face will feel anxious, scared, worried, think that people are judging them. And the same way that people who are overweight have the same exact feelings. And there's a very, very, very simple solution. One is drink water, and that will really, really help. And number 2 for weight loss is go and join the gym, get involved in the community, and start exercising per day. It's just that a lot of people start overcomplicating things, looking at all these mad complex ideas and workouts and eating plans that they become overwhelmed.
Because I thought I'd really have to diet. I thought it would be eating lettuce for breakfast, and it was really going to be that, but it's not. Isn't
that what you're doing? That's what you should be doing.
No, occasionally I have lettuce for breakfast. No, I can still eat stuff. So it's not a case of, right, I've had to cut out all takeaways, everything. I don't do that. I can have treats, and I'm still losing weight and feeling fit.
Yeah. But that's because, I'm just going to go back to the point that you said before, where you said, where people tell you, I've lost the weight. So when people say to you, you've lost the weight, so why are you still going?
Yes.
So one of the biggest problems and the biggest dropout rate, and the reason why people rebound and put on weight is because they do what they do to get a result, and then they stop doing it. Like people said to you, you don't need to go anymore, you've lost the weight. So what happens is then the calorie burn that you get from your daily exercise, now that's disappeared. So even if you ate the same way, you're still losing that that calorie burn from exercise. So naturally, people then start putting on weight. And yes, people say, well, I'm going to have to stick at this forever. Well, yeah, exercise and looking after your body is an insurance to make sure that you stay alive and you're well. And because trust me, as soon as something goes bad with your body, you will have wished that you'd have ate better and exercised more.
Yes, it's made a huge difference, because I was diagnosed with a condition, fibromyalgia, which is quite a painful condition along with my rheumatoid arthritis. But it's made a huge difference. So anyone out there that has these kind of conditions and think, I'm in pain regardless, so I might as well exercise and be fit and healthy and in pain.
Yeah, yeah, you might,
in pain.
You might as well. So back to the 3 things. So number 1, you contributed. You said MyFitnessPal, and basically tracking your food, realising how much you're eating.
Yeah.
Number 2, you said you increased your water.
Yes.
And number 3, what other things do you reckon's contributed to your results?
The gym, the people there, you people that encourage us, the instructors are fantastic. I mean, I worked it out that £30 a month, but I pay the amount of classes I attend, something like £1.25 for class. Doesn't mean to say you need to change the price.
I'll have to increase the prices then.
But where the hell are you going to walk into a gym and get a personal trainer in your face, encouraging you, doing stuff that you've never done before for £1.25? What?
Yeah.
So the people that say they can't afford it and stuff like that, you can.
Yeah, it's just at some point it's just people don't obviously like you did. Do you know what I mean? It is, do you know, like you didn't prioritise it as such for 10 years. People can just fall into a routine.
You get into a rut and you're stuck in it.
Do you know what I mean? You're in this life that you then think's normal, and you think that's how it's got to be. But there is, do you know what I mean? Like, nobody I know has regretted becoming leaner, lighter, fitter and stronger. Nobody's regretted it. People only regret when they put on weight and they feel self-conscious, and then what that then does is it stops them from mentally going after what they truly want to go after, because they don't have the confidence within themselves to do it.
Yeah, it is. And then Connor, my son, he was overweight, and he'd started losing weight, and it was just like, and that was another kicker for me. So, and that keeps me going. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's next?
Just keep going, getting fitter,
what's
leaner.
What's next? One of the good things is that you've obviously said a big event started you off.
Yes.
You've mentioned that you're next doing the Manchester Half Marathon.
I know.
So what you're doing is you're setting an event, and then you've got a focus. Do you know what I mean? So I need to train, because otherwise I won't be able to complete it.
Yeah, so I will be setting something else again after the half marathon.
Have you got any idea?
And I can't wait for you to do another fat furnace,
So, what are your ideas? Anything in mind for an event?
I don't know actually. Now I've done a skydive, I think it's quite hard to top a skydive. I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
Maybe a full marathon, but I don't know.
Bungee jump?
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing a Tough Mudder.
Yeah?
Yeah, that'd be quite good, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's a half marathon with obstacles?
Yes. So I might, that could be my next one, Tough Mudder.
The thing is whatever you pick needs to be a little bit scary.
Yes.
Because if it's not scary, it means that you're comfortable with it, and if you're comfortable with it, do you know what I mean? Events should be so that you come out of your comfort zone, so you learn something about yourself.
Yes, because in skydive, I'm scared of heights. I'm flying, so that to me, that was the biggest thing that I could have done.
Yeah.
I'm running. I don't like running, but I'll push myself and keep. I'd rather be in a class doing boxing and weights and stuff than out running. But
yeah.
I'll push myself and keep going.
Yeah. Because it's not. If you want to see improvements, you've got to be able to do stuff that. Because everything you like is everything you're comfortable with, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
So, like sometimes coming out of your comfort zone. So the classes and stuff like that. How were you? Do you know when you first started? Were you worried? Were you scared?
I was really scared. I couldn't believe how many people spoke to me. How many people encouraged me. It just made me want to keep coming back. And then I must have, without realising, must have been coming home and constantly going on and on about it, which made my son go, I want to go to that gym, Mum. I don't want to go to the one here.
Yeah.
Why he joined.
Yeah.
My husband thinks we've joined a cult.
Yeah.
So really pleased with the improvement. He can't believe it.
So obviously it is nerve-wracking. It is scary.
It's scary.
But you do have two choices. So your choice was that you made the decision to start. So where would you be in your life now, right now, if you got on those scales at that point, and when you were at your heaviest, and then you decided, I'm still not going to do anything about it.
Well, I'd be even fatter, even heavier. I don't know. I just depressed. I think. I didn't realise that how bad my mood swings were at home, and it's now that I'm exercising and doing all this stuff that everyone's like, "You're in such a better mood, Mum." You know.
So it's funny. I said that to my wife the other day. I said, I tell you what. I said, I fucking know you haven't fucking exercised for 2 days.
Yes, exactly. If my husband had said that to me, that it would have been a kicker for me.
Yeah, but I
says, oh yeah, now you're better mood and everything.
Yeah. So someone said to me, when do you have rest days? And I said, to be honest, I said, I exercise every single day. I said, it might not be the most intense exercise in the world, but I exercise every single day. And they're like, well, aren't you meant to have rest days? And I said, but let me just tell you this, exercise fills me full of energy. It makes me feel good about myself. I'm always far more productive. I'm always in a better mood. So why wouldn't I do it every single day?
It's true, because even Sunday, my son will say, oh, rest days for wimps, Mum. So I'll go out and do a walk on a Sunday. But even a walk, it's fast-paced and that. It's doing something.
Yeah.
We feel better.
It's activity, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Good. So, right, there's people like you that are sat there, that are probably watching this, they're looking at you, you've gone on about skydive, and they're like, oh my god, they've gone on about half marathons, like, oh my god. But at some point, you would have thought the same as well. So yes. What would you say to someone who's watching now? What would you honestly say, like, for them to get to, if they started, what improvements would they have in their life?
Everything. You've just got to do it. That's the thing. Just take yourself in the gym, especially to LLL. You'll meet so many people who will encourage you, become your friends. I don't know. Everything will change for you. Your home life. It's not just about the exercising. It's the whole picture.
Yeah.
And that feels happier, healthier.
And that's it. I say to people, like, fitness and health is one cornerstone of your life, and what it does is it helps other areas, because what it does is it gives you confidence. But it'll only give you confidence if you actually fucking turn up. And do you know what I mean? It's not just about signing up. It's consistently turning up. Some days
eventually you get used to it. Getting up at 5:30 in the mornings at first was like, oh my god, it would be so easy. Switch the alarm off and go back to bed. But that's not going to help me, and it's not going to make me happy during the day anyway. I just regret it now. Yeah,
so some people exercise in the morning, like I exercise in the morning because, like, it has a profound effect on the rest of my day.
Yes.
So that's one of the important reasons why I exercise first, because it already puts me energetic in a good mood. So that's why I say to people, as much as possible, get out of bed.
Yes.
And get started.
That is the first step. Out of bed and through that door, and your whole life's going to change.
Yeah. But it's also, let's just also finish on the realistic note, that the fact that it is hard work as well.
It is. You've got to put the work in. But then you'll reap the benefits.
Yeah, because so everything always sounds like happy, easy, quick, but that isn't the truth.
No, it is hard work, and you push us to the limits, but that gets the results, and it's what we need. So
yeah, and you never regret it, do you?
I will never regret it. No, there's no going back. This is it.
Cool. Well, that is it, Katrina. I know you were nervous. I know you were a little bit apprehensive, and I had to bully you into doing this, like I've had to bully everyone else. And this is another non-scale victory.
Yes.
Because having the confidence to do something like this, knowing that people are going to watch, knowing that people will automatically judge and make their own opinions, it's a non-scale victory, because what you've done to your body and your mindset is now allowing you to have confidence to do stuff like this.
Yes, it is.
Cool.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for doing this. It's all over and done with.
Thanks, Adam.
I will see you in the gym soon, Katrina. Okay? Have a good day.
Thank you.